Hey everyone, this is Turd Flinging Monkey. Welcome to part 6 of the Zen of Zero Fucks Given. This may actually be the last chapter, I'm not sure. It depends on if I get any comments after this video that would necessitate a follow-up video. You may be wondering where the follow-up video is for attachment, the last video. Why am I jumping directly to the next topic? Well, a lot of the comments that I normally would respond to are basically going to be covered in this video. For example, I've had comments about whether being completely detached from everything and everyone is a sign of sociopathy, or if it leads to suicidal depression. I've even been called a hypocrite, because I claim to be detached and yet I don't dox myself. The fact that I protect my identity, and that I don't want to be doxed and unemployed, means that I don't really believe what I'm saying. But hopefully all of that becomes clear through this video. But before we talk about the subject of today's video, let's do a brief recap. You need to understand that life is intrinsically meaningless. It only has the meaning and purpose that you give it. Also, you need to have a perspective that nothing lasts. Everything is temporary. And then you need to develop a sense of detachment. Don't get too attached to anything or anyone, because things change. Just appreciate it for what it is in the moment. But then the question becomes, well then what should you live your life for? If everything is meaningless, temporary, and can only be enjoyed in the moment, then what's the point? Why not just kill yourself? And the answer is you have to have one more final piece of the puzzle. And those of you who have followed my channel for a long time, this is not going to surprise you. I've talked about this many times. The answer is self-actualization through growth and goals. So I'm not sure how much more I can cover this topic because I've talked about it so many times. In fact, one of my first videos I've ever made, and probably the one I'm very proud of, maybe even the most proud of, because I think the information is so timely. Maybe instead of just redoing that video, I'll cover some of the things I talked about in this video. And the video is called Capable of Anything. But the ultimate message of that video, when you lose everything, you can do anything. And when you fully understand what that means, you really will stop giving a shit. You will understand what it means to have zero fucks given, and there will be peace. And there will be hope. You are your only judge. So first you have to have some sort of goal, some sort of plan. So you come up with a plan of where you want to be. And it could be as simply as somewhere not here. Maybe you don't like something about your life. Well, decide now that you're going to change it. Come up with a plan to change what you don't like, to move towards a place that you're more comfortable. Come up with a plan to accomplish that, and then move forward. Now, people are going to look at you weird because you're not going with the mainstream. Who gives a shit? You know what you're doing, you know where you want to be, you know the progress you've made, you will be your only judge. You will stop giving a shit about what other people think. They'll tell you you should be doing this, you should be doing that, don't listen to this, listen to me. And you won't care. Now, you should listen to people and consider what they have to say if they have information that you don't have. Some people are worth listening to, but only if their information helps you achieve your goals. If their information won't help you, it's not worth considering. And their judgment will not affect you at all, because they're trying to get you to go where they want you to go, not necessarily where you want to go. So by trying to judge and shame you, they're trying to get you to alter course. But you know where you're going, and so you don't need to give a shit about what they think. And as you move forward with your goals, as you better your life, as you get to a place where you're happy and content, the last step is you need to appreciate that you've accomplished what you wanted to do and allow yourself to be happy. Happiness is an emotion that you can choose to feel. Happiness is not the joy and ecstasy you may feel while doing drugs or having sex. Those are highs, and if you chase highs, you're going to destroy your life. Seek the happiness of contentment. When you arrive to the place you want to be, you will feel maybe even a sense of emptiness, where you're wondering, is this it? Is this what I fought so hard for? Is this what I sacrificed so much for to arrive at this moment? And you'll almost expect this rush of emotion to come over you, and it may not. You'll feel proud for a moment, and then it will pass. And then you may feel uneasy, like you need to accomplish more. Allow yourself to be happy. Consider your situation. Ask yourself if there's something you don't like about your situation. if you'd rather be somewhere else doing something else. If the answer is no, if there's nowhere else you'd rather be than here, if there's nothing else you'd rather do than what you're doing right now, then allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to be content. And when you've achieved that happiness, when you're content with your situation, you will stop giving one fucking shit about what other people think of you. Because what do they have to offer you? Now, if you're ever bored and want to change, you can always do that. The important thing is you are your only judge. You are in control of your own happiness. You are in control of your own life. This is why I value freedom so much, because without freedom, you can't do those things. You need to be free in order to pursue your passions, in order to move to the place where you're happy and content. If you're not free, you may not be able to do that. You may be restricted. And that's the greatest tragedy of all. But if you're free and you're moving forward, you can be happy and content, and that's all that matters. So that about ties everything together as far as I'm concerned. I think I've hit on everything. If you just follow what I've talked about in these videos, you'll see that people's words, their shaming tactics just don't affect you anymore. And why should they? So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. There may be one final video in this series if I see any good questions. Otherwise, if we're all on the same page, if there's nothing else to talk about, then I consider this video series complete, and I'll combine it and upload it to YouTube shortly. So this is Turd Flinging Monkey, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.